So what we had done yesterday, goods receipt we had done. We have received the material from the vendor. Okay. So today what we need to do, we need to post the invoice. When invoice will be sent from the vendor, okay, that we need to post it in our system. Okay. So invoice posting. Invoice posting. For that, the T code is MIRO. Okay. For the T code to post the goods receipt is MIGO, and to post the invoice is invoice receipt MIRO. Okay. In short, for the goods receipt they will call a GR. For the invoice receipt they will call a IR. Okay. Go to the system and begin. Okay. We'll post invoice for this version MIRO. Okay. This is the screen to post the invoice. Most of the time this will be handled by the finance team, but for the knowledge purpose, complete P2P activity, we need to know about the how the invoice process will be happen, and what are the parameters we need to take care in the purchase order to match the invoice. Okay. First it will be a invoice. Here the tab is invoice. We are posting the invoice. And next, which date we are posting. Okay. Which date we are posting. Today we are posting the invoice, and here the purchase order or the scheduling agreement we need to paste against which purchase order we are posting the invoice. Okay. And then after that just hit the enter. Okay. And then just after that hit the calculate the tax. Okay. And then here it is showing the numbers. Let's see. Here we have a 3 lines. Okay. For 3 lines we are posting the okay. For 3 lines we are posting the invoice. After that what you need to, we need to copy this one and enter the amount, and then after that hit the enter button. Okay. Before calculating the tax, the amount will be, see, amount will be 5,200. Okay. After calculating the tax amount is 8,300, 832. Okay. Based on the whatever the calculation, tax calculation for that vendor with that material, it will be taken from the master data, and the total amount for this invoice is 6032. Okay. You just paste it and hit the enter. So this will be a green button. And then after that, you need to save this one. Okay. Invoice is posted. Say again that one, the document is created. One number document is created. Okay. And then we can see the purchase order history, what all the changes happened for this. purchase order. See, IR is posted on today's date, 120 quantity and the price is 1200. Okay, for the line item 1, and then line item 2 or 20 again. For today's date, we have posted the invoice. Okay, and then next, for today's date, we have posted the invoice. Okay, this is about the complete P2P. This is the P2P. First, what we need to do? We need to do the purchase requisition, purchase order, stock overview, and goods receipt. And then then also you need to just 1 second check the stock overview. Okay, and then invoice receipt. Okay, this is the P2P. And in between the purchase requisition and the purchase order, RFQ will come. Okay, so if you are, see, these are the separate departments. Purchase requisition will be done by the planning team. Okay, and next it will come the RFQ. Okay, RFQ. This will be handled by the sourcing team. Okay, sourcing team, or else if you are at the place to follow up for the RFQ or the send the RFQ for the materials. RFQ means request for a quotation. Okay. So next it will come the request for quotation. After finalizing the quotation, then you will fix the source. Then after fixing the source, then here purchase order, converting purchase equation to the purchase order. This is purely procurement buyer or executive or the engineer. So our job. Okay. So this is completely our job. And then stock overview, everything, these things will be done at the warehouse. Okay, this will be done by the warehouse people. And then next, this invoice receipt will be handled by the who finance team. Okay, see, for that reason, this is the separate department. If you are a key user, if you are working at the product based company, then you are converting purchase equation to the purchase order. If in the purchase order, if any discrepancies came, see, sometime what will happen, in spite of the actual requirement, you will be getting a more requisition. Then what you will do, you will just go back to the planning team. Then you will ask what is the actual requirement. I am getting the more requisition. Is it a system error or what? Okay, and then you will be follow up with the vendor, and vendor is said that this material is delivered, but in the system it is not reflecting. Then what you will ask for the goods as a warehouse person, you will ask, see, this the vendor is saying that the material is delivered, but you are saying in the system it is not received, please post the goods receipt. Okay, then he will say that no, this material is not received, not came. So then what you will do, you will again go back to the vendor, ask for the proof of delivery, POD. Okay. In the POD, you can see that whether this material is received at your plant or somewhere it is delivered. Okay. And in the invoice discrepancy, if anything is came, then the accounts team will come. Okay. Accounts team will contact you regarding any discrepancy in the invoice or the freight charge is not added. He will ask to you to add the another line as a freight charge, so that invoice will be approved and paid to the vendor. Okay, and if any bank detail is changed, then what he will do, vendor will ask your buyer key person to change the bank details in the system. What he will do, he will take all the details and he will request to the vendor master team, that is a consultant team, to change the details. Okay, so your work is this weekend, your work is to first create the single line purchase requisition, then check all the parameters, all the data in the purchase requisition screen, then convert that purchase requisition to purchase order. Okay, check all the data in the header tab, item overview, item details. Okay, what all the changes will be happen after doing the purchase order and after making any changes. Okay, and then stock overview. First check the stock and note it, and after posting the goods receipt, and then again check the changes in the stock overview. Okay, and then invoice posting. I will take the complete session revision for this week /n ME 51N. What we had done, we had created the okay. I have created and just check this one. Okay, and then save the requisition. And then I can go to /n ME 21N. That will be two times we can create the purchase order. One is copying the purchase requisition and add the purchase requisition number in the purchase requisition tab at the PO, or else another one is we had created the purchase requisition. This is today, and then single click this line item and adopt this. Okay, go to purchase order first /n ME21N. Okay, and then document overview on and latest created purchase requisition and create adopt it. Okay, see if I will show you adopt. If you are already converted the purchase requisition /OME 53N. Okay, this is the see the status. What it is saying that PO created. Okay, what I will show you. This is I am at the purchase requisition screen. Okay, purchase requisition screen. See here you can see the status. It is not completed. Quantity 0. We are not converted this to the purchase order. Okay, after purchase order, creating the purchase order, what all the changes it will happen, I will show you. See purchase equation, then here at the purchase order screen, and then create the purchase order with the vendor. For the example, vendor 1000 you can take, purchase organization, purchase group, company code. Okay, and then I think for your system there is no release strategy. Okay, so in the interview they will ask how who are the approval for your purchase order. Then you can say that for up to 1 lakh I am having the approval. Okay, I can have other access or approval up to release the PO for 1 lakh. For more than 1 lakh, then our team lead will be releasing. Then from more than 2 lakh or 3 lakh, then our manager will be coming. Okay, he will be releasing the POs. Okay, they will be asking what is the currency of your purchase order. Then you can say that based on your what all the vendors will be there. Then you can say if you are uh, supporting the Indian companies, then you can say the INR, okay, Indian rupees. Or if you are supporting the US clients, then it will be a USD. Okay, we are at the purchase order screen. Let's check it. No message. Again yellow. No message generated. Okay, and then just save this PO. Purchase order is saved. Okay, what is the purchase order number? Purchase order number, and then /n MMBE. I am checking the before receiving the stock. Please just check the material. Okay, 860 is the material. Then go to /n MIGO /MIGO. Okay. Now this is goods receipt. Goods receipt we are posting against the purchase order, and the movement type is 101, and the plant you can remove or keep it. Okay. For which plant you are receiving that one, that it will take. Okay. Not at released. So /ME 29N. Because I am having the release strategy at my system, I have set that one. For that reason, it is showing. Okay. In real time also, you have the release strategy. Okay. Based on the PO value. They will ask why the release strategy is there for the PO, so that you can answer that. You can control the purchase order based on the value, whether this is a real requirement or the any wrongly created the PO by the buyers, or they will cross verify the price as well. If the price is 1,000 per one pieces, then if you are keeping a 10,000 per one pieces, then the what will happen? Your price will be more. Okay, you are sending the purchase order to the vendor means not you are creating it. It is going through the organization. It will reflect purchase order is reflecting your organization or your company. Okay, you are just a user. So for the vendor, he will accept that purchase order. Based on that, he will send you the material. Okay, after material is coming to the warehouse, then at that time, if you are checking this is not a real requirement, we have the mistake at our purchase order, then vendor will not agree that one. He will say that we receive the purchase order. Based on that, we procure the raw material and sending you. Okay. For that reason, to avoid the discrepancy in the purchase order, we have the releasing strategy. Okay. This purchase order is released now. Okay. /MIGO. Paste the purchase order. Okay. And then come at the bottom. Check what is the material quantity. If you are receiving the 50 quantity, then make the 50. If any more than like tolerance will be there. Okay. And then where we are receiving this one, its purchase order, partner, quantities, this will be matching from the data. And then just check it. Okay. And then post it. Okay. Document is posted. Then /MIRO. Okay. Before that, stock overview, just refresh this one. Okay. 100 quantity we received from 860 to 960 it is came. Okay. And then for the invoice, we need to, for which day we are posting the invoice. Okay. And then purchase order, and then calculate the tax. Then just copy this one, paste it at here. It will be a green, and then save. Right. Okay. Then you can see the
Yeah, sorry, sir. Power cut.
hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. In the purchase order, till what I have done, I have pasted the okay. You can see the purchase order history, what all the changes we had done, what all the activities done for this purchase order, goods receipt is done, and the invoice receipt is done. Okay, the same thing you can check at here, header level. See, order is 100 pieces, delivered is 100 pieces, then invoiced is 100 pieces. Okay, after payment is done, here payment is also it will reflect. Okay, and then another one you can check at the delivery tab. You can see the delivery is completed. If the PO quantity is fully received, then this tab will automatically tick mark will come. Okay, see, delivery it is completed. Okay, so that is a you can check this delivery tab completed means this purchase order is closed. Okay, this purchase order is closed and another thing I want to show. Flash and ME 53 can purchase requisition status. See, in the purchase requisition you can see what is done. PO is created. Okay.
Okay.
So before
Yeah.
the, yeah, after converting purchase requisition to the purchase order, it will show that purchase order is created. See, purchase order number, it will come line item. Okay, what is the quantity? Goods receipt is done for this requisition, then invoice receipt is done for this purchase order. So these all things you can check at the status. So in the intro, they may ask what will be the what you can see in the purchase requisition status. So you can say that whether this is completely converted to the purchase order or partially converted. Okay, whether this what you call this purchase equation is closed or what you can see it at here. Okay, closed, it will come as a closed. You can close it at here or it will come automatically because once it's converted in the status it will come. So if we can see the quantity is 100 for this requisition, if you converted the PO for 80 quantities, then it will show that ordered quantity is 80. Okay, see if you can see 120 is the see you can see quantity is 120 but order quantity is 100, open quantity is 20. Okay, if you are having the purchase equation for the 100 quantity, then if you are converted it to the 80 quantities based on the availability of the material from the vendors, like about the quantity, like quantity variance will be there. Like that, it will move from that if you are converting. Okay, based on that, if you are converting means it will show the quantity as open quantity. Okay, if you want to close this one, okay, in that case if you want to close this requisition, just come and close and save. It will show it as a completed. Okay, it will show it as a closed. Okay, so your duty is to, for your practice purpose, first you need to okay, first convert the create the purchase requisition and then convert the purchase requisition to the purchase order and then stock value and then goods receipt and the invoice receipt. Okay, this is complete cycle. Then after that you will be understanding how the price is fetching to the purchase order. Okay, here you can see slash and ME 21N. See, they will be asking without purchase requisition, can you create the purchase order? Then you can say that yes, in the urgent situation, urgent PO, we can create without the purchase requisition. Okay, without the purchase requisition, how you will create? You will go to the vendor. Okay, what is there? 1000 purchase requisition line. Okay, hit the enter. For which material we are creating the purchase order, and then what is the quantity, and for which plant you want this material. Okay, for which storage location you want this material. Okay, this is how you will create the purchase order without the purchase requisition. And then check this one, anything is there. Okay, in message you can see if the automatically output is there, then automatic output it will come. If not, then manually you need to add it. Okay, okay, then just save this. This is how you will be creating the purchase order without a purchase requisition. Most of the time, purchase requisition with the reference to the purchase requisition, you will be creating the purchase order. But in the urgent situation, without a requisition, you can create the purchase order. You will be creating the purchase order. And then next will be what I told, how the without how the purchase order price is fetching. Okay. See, we are not adding the price, it is fetching automatically, right? So how it is coming, how it is fetching the net prices, and source, it is not asking the source, right? Whenever we give the 1000, it is directly taking. How it is taking? Okay. The next week I will take you. Next is vendor master data means supplier. How you need to create the supplier in the system. Okay, this 1000 whatever the here vendors I shown you, these all vendors you need to create the data in the vendor master data. Okay. These all things you need to create it in the system. From the system it is fetching. Okay, and then vendor master data and material master data. Then it will come the purchase info record and the source list. Okay, these are the master datas. What are the master data? Vendor master data, material master data, purchase info record, source list, and the contract. Okay, these are the master datas. Okay, so these are add-on topics to your P2P activities. Add-on topics to your P2P cycle. Okay, so first you need to understand requisition, order, and then the goods receipt and the invoice. Try to practice this week by creating 1 line, 2 line, 3 line purchase requisition. Okay, slash and ME 51N. So you can create the purchase requisition for first starting for 1 line. Okay, then 2, 3, 4. Like that, convert that to the purchase order, then make the goods receipt and then the invoice. Got it.
Okay.
Yeah. So please share your screen so that I can make some.
And also to create multiple lines, like
Yeah.
I can add the details, all of the ones, and then save the P1 or create the PO or
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
okay.
Same thing. See, first
Mm.
while you are creating the requisition, add all the lines. Okay. Just create
Okay.
for the M-01. So I will also show that one. Here we are there, right? M-02. Just commit here M-03. Material 222 and then plant is 1000. Okay, what it is asking? Quantity. Like that, you can create the purchase requisition and then just check this one. Okay, and then save this. Okay. The same way, you can convert the purchase requisition to the purchase order. And thing. What do we do? We need to just check this. Nothing is there. Then save this. This is how you are creating the purchase equation to purchase order for the multiple lines. Okay. So please kindly join back so that I will do the system settings for your.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I've done it. I tried
No,
to
no, no.
log in,
Yeah, yeah. See, inside that other settings I need to do. Okay.
but it was asking for user password.
Yeah, yeah. That's what. No. I will take another session. Okay. Please kindly join me.